Hello humans and otherwise, I am Addie, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2, starring Knuckles! Sonic's not even in the game right now. Casino Night Zone, already got all the emeralds, so let's just get to the rest of the game in basically hard mode because Knuckles is more difficult to play because he can't jump very high. But really, who built this entire casino? You gotta wonder about that. I mean, you see Sonic's name there and get me out! You see Sonic's name there and everything in the back, and how are these floating? What is that? They're floating on nothing. I'm not even talking about the bumpers and such, I'm just talking about these lights. I'll back to look at the lights. And this, why are Sonic and Tails' faces here? Who made all this? And again, if it was Eggman, how did he get away with it? People should already know that he's a villain at this point and wants to conquer the world. So they shouldn't let him do any of this stuff. He's the one who made it. And if he isn't, then why would someone build all of this? This is supposed to be a casino. Why is it unworkable by any actual person? You can create a gigantic pinball table that's only designed for characters who can roll into a ball. If it wasn't designed specifically for Sonic or something. None of it makes any sense. But, as someone just said, and I was just watching someone else play Sonic CD, actually, a blind let's play of that, before I started recording this again. They said something that I think is appropriate. As much as they use... I need to go super. As much as they use Sonic as a pinball, it was no surprise that they created an actual Sonic pinball game. Sonic Spinball. I finished both the Sega Genesis and the Game Gear versions of. It's almost like I like Sonic games or something. I actually completely forgot about going Super Knuckles. But that's fine. Busy wondering about why all this stuff is built in the first place. Well, that doesn't make any sense. And these, are these supposed to be chili dogs? How would you have glowing chili dogs around that only disappear after you jump on them 3 times? If Tails doesn't tell you what his real name, how do they know what it is? Oh, of course, to be fair, like Sonic Adventure, they specifically knew. I mean, Sonic Adventure 2 is when Eggman's like reading a newspaper, talking about what happened at the end of... When it explains the thing that Tails did at the end of Sonic Adventure 1, when he actually beat Eggman at Save Station Square, it actually shows his full name, so, I mean, there is that. I'm not using Super again. I got 70 rings. Why do that? It's mostly because, well, it's the boss. Knuckles just jump high enough to hit him at this point, because, you know, it's Super Knuckles, so. Just run up the wall, don't need to spin dash or anything. Knuckles just moves... Get down. Knuckles just moves that fast! Whee! How fast is hard to control? And look at the background. It's the same buildings repeated over and over and over. Of course, I know why that is. But in universe, did they just repeat the buildings over and over and over again? And now, we're on to what's actually my favorite zone in this game. Not the most popular thing from my understanding. I just like how the place is like an active volcano and you're up in the high mountains and such. I just like that whole thing. You see the clouds in the background. Basically, I just like how the zone looks. At least these are attached to things, like the ones in the Starlight Zone later on. Well, in Sonic 1, I should say, not later on. It's Sonic 2. Of course, who put those there? The gondola things. If Eggman doesn't want Sonic to get through, you can just destroy them all. You can just, not put those there. So Sonic, or Knuckles in this case, can't go over the lava. Well, really, he just, glide. But Sonic can't do that. And Knuckles isn't even in consideration, because, he wasn't a thing in this game. Tails could fly, but you couldn't actually fly with him in this game. That was only AI stuff. Whee! Give me the rings. Don't need to be Super Knuckles, and you got invulnerability anyway. And of course, the volcano can. See, how does the lava not go through that? That makes no sense. It just stays in one solid lump like that. Whee! Alright. Glide over everything! Of course, use Super Knuckles at the end of the stage, so there's nothing to do anyway. Hilltop Zone, they call it, but it looks like it's obviously at the top of a giant mountain above the clouds. It's got nothing to do with a hail. Maybe they should call it Mountaintop Zone. I suppose it didn't sound as good, though, that name. Maybe they actually did think of that first. You're like, no, that doesn't sound quite right. Let's just call it Hilltop. Let me just climb the wall. And all that fancy trampoline stuff. There's Knuckles! Problem is, he can't jump high enough. Like, you can really hide that. It's under a rock, sure, but still clearly here. Nope. Spin so fast that you catch the grass on fire from the friction. Oh, I'm not looking forward to fighting the Death Egg robot with these tiny jumps, I gotta say that. Get me through. Ha! Where does the shield go after that, though? Oh, I remember an issue I've had here. You jump down there, and you go down so fast that the game can't keep up, and you die at the bottom. Even though you shouldn't. Because you're invincible, like Super Knuckles or something. That boss is so easy, you can beat him like that. Anyway, even if you're not invincible, there's not just a lot of them, of course. Whee! These are some weird-looking bushes here, considering they're see-through. Stuff's really attached to itself. Yes, the Mystic Cave. What's mystical about it, though? That's your real question. I mean, it's a cave, sure, but what's mystical? Why is it a mystic cave? Is it just a normal cave? Makes all the weird crap here, all the spikes and the like. I mean, why should you have spikes and bumpers and rings and inexplicably moving crates like this is floating in midair in a normal cave? I don't think you would. Fireflies. And this, what exactly is making this go up and down in the first place anyway? Let's do what I haven't been doing. I just gotta be careful. I think Act 2, or is it? Yeah. I think it's Act 2 that has a giant pit that you can't get out of. Dang it. Hey, you're really screwed if you're using Supersonic, because, well, you fall into that pit, there's no way out, and you're invincible, so you just gotta wait until your rings run out. I've fallen into that thing so many times. I know there was a version of this game that threw in a different zone there. I've actually played that zone. I know the mobile version of the game had that. I don't know if this version has it, though. I'm not really willing to check either. You'll probably get stuck down there as Super Knuckles. If I even end up there, because I don't remember where that place is. I like the little bit of physics they got here. They actually knock each other aside. Aha! Was there anything else in here? Oh, the spikes. And it's weird that they actually went and put a bunch of extra stuff in the game that specifically only Knuckles could actually reach. Now let's be careful of a pit. Because, you know, this game wasn't designed with Knuckles in mind initially. Sonic 3, though, was. So there is a difference there. So they just... What? Okay, that was weird. It shouldn't have even been crushed. That made no sense. But then again, nothing in Sonic does. So I suppose it all makes sense, and it doesn't make sense at all. The slice of things at least consistently don't make any sense. Go for this again. So yeah, if I just take a CRT monitor, put a picture of stars on it, break it open, will I become invincible? According to Sonic, you do. think that's the hole right there. I don't intend to... No! Well. Boss isn't hard anyway. Even if I don't have Super Knuckles. I'm not really worried about my rings anymore at this point. Especially when I get to the Death Egg Zone, because there aren't any. Although I have said screw the rules and used the debug code to put rings in Death Egg Zone and just beat the Death Egg Robot supersonic. Not supposed to do that, but I've done it anyway. Alright, give me some more rings. It's gonna shield this time. Double shield it. Does it mean anything? Because you can't stack them. Yeah, see if you can do the Super Knuckles, Eggman. Nothing. I ain't gonna jump in it. I gotta stand there and do contact damage. You don't like it when contact damage happens to you, do you? I always find it funny how much enemy AI in games can't handle when their own mechanics are turned against them. Like, they contact damage you. What if you contact damage them? They just can't deal with the fact that you can contact damage them. They just die immediately. Now, I believe this is commonly the most hated zone in the game. I don't have that issue. I've never hated this zone. I never thought it was great, but I never thought it was bad either. You know, it's just, it's there. It's a zone. And that's all that matters for me. I know they call it an oil ocean, and there's literally ocean oil at the bottom, but why are there like flying seahorses and octopi around? Shouldn't they be in the oil? The oil is the ocean, not the oil refinery or rig or whatever the hell it is we're on. Hey, don't go backwards. Well, you don't want to get hit, do you? No. Like even Super Knuckles can't get through that? Slide! I prefer the Sonic, what is it? Sonic Mania version of this. Where you can always get the fire shield and ignite the oil. That's a nice little detail that they added. It makes sense too. Oil is quite flammable. And they actually let you burn it! And what purpose would these spheres that shoot you around serve anyway? Supposed to be like a big oil place. Why would those be there? Why would you put those there? Do they serve any purpose of, you know, refining the oil in some way? I don't think so. Yeah, that's true. That's what walls are for. One thing I do like, though, I might have said this before, I don't know, but that each zone only has 2 acts. That way they can have a lot more zones. And I like that idea. Give me a bigger variety of zones. I know that can make things a bit more difficult to develop because they constantly come up with a ton of new stuff other than just using the same stuff repeatedly. does make things better to play. Now these, what purpose do these serve? In terms of dealing with oil? Absolutely none. So why are they there? Of course, I guess the whole thing of did Eggman build this and how did he get away with it and all that. These issues will always be issues. You can build those bridges better. They always collapse. Well, not really bridges, but, you know, platforms. Fall apart so easily. I don't think OSHA would like this place. You get so many fines. Can I go up? I mean, I can climb, but it doesn't mean I can go off screen, of course. You wouldn't expect this to actually have collision on top, but it does. I mean, it makes no sense that you could fall through it, but you know what I mean, of course. Oh, come on. No! It's not even coming from under the oil, it's coming from behind it. You're easy. Although, I'm looking at this now, the bottom of these platforms, I do really like the little detail they have. You can see they got oil on them. There's actually oil going up a little bit onto the platforms. I like that. Metropolis Zone actually does have 3x. And as much as people hate Oil Ocean, isn't this basically like considered to be the labyrinth zone of this game? That's what it is to me. It's actually my least favorite zone right here. I like Hilltop. Don't care for Metropolis. Nope, not getting crushed. Those things! Are they Asterons or something like that, I think they were called? No one likes those. The crabs and the mantises, which are what, slicers or something like that? I don't know. Nope, wrong way. So easy to just run up there and get crushed. No need to do that. No. That right there. There's like no way to avoid that. By the time you get there, it's attacking you. Well, harder to go Super Knuckles. No! Why would you build gigantic thing? Why would you build this? This gigantic screws, basically, you have a big nut run up on. Why? Why is it there? Makes no sense to build that. Knuckles in your crap jumping height. Wait, can I spin dash on these? I forget. Yes. Well, it does work. I don't think I'm even gonna get 50 rings because all the enemies in this place. Let's crap like that happens. Maybe Knuckles gets angry if you don't keep moving on. Let me grab the wall. Whee! Go so fast you have to make it to the top. How does that endlessly loop anyway? Eggman stole portal technology from Aperture Science, right? There's a portal at the bottom, and then at the top, and you just fall through one and end up at the other one. See, that's why you endlessly loop. That wouldn't make sense there if you did that. Eggman secretly plays with portals! Now, what is this supposed to be? Liquid metal? Because if anything, that's the only thing that makes sense that it would actually be. Especially in a place that looks like this? Yeah, it's probably molten metal. What kind of metal? Who knows? This is Sonic. Play a bunch of fictional metals around. Of course, I'm not going to argue about fictional metals. My only problem is stuff that doesn't make sense within the universe itself. If something's weird, but it makes sense in Sonic, then that's not a problem at all. But basically nothing does, so it's a problem. Super Knuckles when I get stuck. Wondering how Super Knuckles can jump higher? No, not really. Running out of rings. In this case, he's too fast. Ah, the enemies don't like contact damage when it happens to them. Boing, 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 boing. I wanted a shield, but whatever. Weird falling animation there, Knuckles. There. It looks like a face from the upper middle of the screen, too. It's like two eyes in the mouth there. Very angry one is flashing eyes. Yeah, I was saying, at least move a jump. I think they did, yeah. But who else has played this zone? Explains that. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Oh yeah, these things. Oh no! Oh, these. Nope, nope. Man, I can't go back and get it. Darn it. Nope. Screw the rules, I can climb the walls. Of course, climbing the walls is within the rules, because Knuckles can just do that. He's supposed to be able to do that. What the heck? Asteron, spine must have got me. Darn those enemies. Of course, there's no one of you up there. I know Knuckles can't jump high enough to do the trick I'd use with Supersonic and, I forget the name of the zone again. Ooh, that was close. Dang it! Why am I forgetting the name of the zone again? Shouldn't be doing that. I know what it is. Yeah. It's one after a Sky Chase. Wing Fortress, yes. I know Knuckles can't make that jump. A Super Knuckles. Well, can I just climb the wall and get that way? Like, skip half the level that way? I just gotta try to go there and find out. Super Knuckles is preferred, but not required. Doesn't seem to help his jumping anyway. Yeah, don't want to deal with more of you. Perfect timing to miss it. And that's another one, and nope. More of these things! Don't like these things in this game when they first appeared. Didn't like them when they showed up in Sonic Mania either. What? Really? Oh, of course they reappeared. Of course they reappeared. They flew behind the wall so I couldn't see them and avoid them. Rings this time. Boink. You know those pistons in the background? What exactly are they doing, though? They seem to just be there. Are they driving some kind of engine or something? Or are they just there to be there? Eggman's like, I want to let's randomly put some pistons here for the aesthetic. They don't actually do anything. They have no function whatsoever. I just like how they look. Which wouldn't surprise me. These gears are just here and they've attached to anything. They just exist. Go away. Running, running, running. Up the screw. How dare you? You're not allowed to hit Knuckles. You know the rules? He's gonna get his exercise in while he's waiting. Balloon This is basically how I always do this, just get hit repeatedly and... Although I like the Sonic Mania version of this boss, the gotcha machine. These things are tiny when it happens. It's more of a silly fight. As if this fight was silly enough than using just balloons under the cell. Well, at least that's done. Sky Chase, I like this zone too. Although the one thing I don't like about the zone is, well, I'm just going to do it. That! You can go so fast the tail simply can't keep up and you fall off and die. And normally auto-scrollers, I'm like, why is it auto-scrolling? What's the point? What is making you go forward constantly? Is the screen just that powerful? But in this case, I ran right into that. It's a justified auto-scroller because you're literally in a plane. And of course, planes don't stop in midair. Unless you're a VTOL or something, but... Typically, planes don't just stop in midair, especially this one. It's a biplane. It can't do that. So you're going to be constantly moving forward. So it makes complete sense to have a side auto-scroller here. The side-scroller. Everything's a side-scroller in this game. Boink, boink. Ow, I messed that up. Turtles riding turtles! And Echidna riding a turtle. But all these animals you save, like turtles and such, you free them by beating the bots they're in. They just fall out of the sky. Do they all die too? Is Knuckles making things worse for them by committing mass murder in this case? Does they all just fall out of the sky and splatter on the ground? No! I didn't mean to actually do that. Thankfully it worked out. That one's too low to actually hit. Boink. Oh, come on. You're supposed to hit the turtle. Right here, it's like, give me the tornado from Sonic Adventure so I can actually shoot things with it. Wing Fortress Zone! The one I kept forgetting the name of for some reason. And the first time I played this zone, I kept just going down with the ship. You know, the plane. Because I didn't realize you'd simply jump over here. So I don't know how many times I died because I simply didn't make a jump. I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. If you've watched any of my Let's Plays, you know that. I never know what I'm doing. Even if it's a game I played, I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now, no! Okay, where's the spot I'm looking for? That spot. That was the spot I'm looking for. We do Super Knuckles! And you gotta give Eggman credit for those turrets. They're armored, you can't damage them. No, no, no. Well, here it is. I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna have to go a long way around the level, unfortunately. That's where I jump over and just skip a good deal of the stage. If I can't do it, then I simply can't do it. That's all there is to it. Rhyming wasn't quite intentional, but it happened anyway, so ha. I remember, like, hating this section. Especially now. I always try to avoid this specific section of this zone as a kid. Because I was never good at it. So I would always just fall in and die all the time, you know? So, like, even now I never do it, but now I don't have a choice? I simply can't get up there with Knuckles. I just have to deal with it. And it'll be easier when you can't move super fast. It's the Super Knuckles. Yeah, this part right here. I'm gonna just glide over it. Aha, I can! Well, I can at least do that. I was like, wait, how do I get across that? So I never take this path, so I don't know what I'm doing here. It's like been years since I've actually taken this path at all. Where do I go? Well, that doesn't help. This away then, apparently. Intentionally hoarding rings and not using Super Knuckles. Because screw this boss. I've always hated this boss, too! So you gotta use the platforms to jump up and hit it normally. The platforms are spiky. Normally I just use Supersonic to jump straight up to it and hit it, but Knuckles can't do that because he can't jump for grab. And all you managed to do to win, you got those lasers up blocking anyone from going in or out. Just never let them go down. Keep them up the entire time. That's all you gotta do. Knuckles must be trapped there until the timer stops. But Knuckles will just be trapped there forever! He'll never be able to leave. There's no way to exit a level. And there's no time, the timer stopped, so he won't die because 10 minutes pass. He'll just be trapped there forever! Eggman wins! Again, we have an idiot for a villain. And somehow Sonic characters can breathe when there's nothing to breathe. They can breathe in space. As shown in things like Sonic Adventure 2, where they do just that. Okay, this is gonna be a pain. I mean, the first fight, not so much, but the second one, yeah. That egg robot, because Knuckles can't jump high enough! Took me a long time to be able to beat him that fast. And somehow, no matter how fast you go, Eggman is faster. Isn't Sonic supposed to supposedly be the fastest thing alive? Eggman is clearly faster. Yeah, I can't even jump high enough to hit him? Normally I'd be attacking him right now, but Knuckles can't do that. So, yeah. This fight's gonna take longer. A lot longer than I'm used to. I never do this with Knuckles. I can only hit him when he drops down. And that's it. I just gotta keep waiting. He's not even gonna do anything other than, well, repeat the pattern he's already used. As long as I don't get behind him, he starts firing bombs at me. I've made that mistake in the past. Never get behind the Death Egg robot! And I didn't run away fast enough. I know to do that. I fought this guy so many times in the past. Oh! I got actually had Eggman laughing in the background too. And I'm messing up because I'm playing as Knuckles. I'm not used to that, because I never do that. Dr. Eggman, he's the fastest thing alive! And really, why does he need to put his face on everything anyway? A giant robot that looks like him. Of course, even Gerald does the same thing. I could probably try to hit him again before he launches his arms off, but I don't like taking that risk. I think this is only the second time in my life I'm trying to finish Sonic 2 as Knuckles. And I don't even know if I played the full game as Knuckles before. I might have just used the stage select and gone straight here or something. I don't know. But this guy takes like, what, 12 hits or something? So why does he build all his mechs like this? Now, I guess the hits that his mechs couldn't take in Sonic CD, because there was only like 3 each time there, were transferred over to this one. This one doesn't take 8, it takes more. It's always 8. Although in the first Sonic movie, it took a lot more than 8 to beat his bot at the end of the movie. Because he just attacked that thing who knows how many times. It was so fast, it's hard to count. And that still didn't destroy it ultimately. So movie Eggman builds more durable things. They take more than 8 hits to destroy. Movie Eggman's smarter than Game Eggman. I mean, they're both really goofy. They always have been. Well, in these old ones, there's like no characterization, not so much, but especially when we get to later Sonic games, they really show how much of a goofball Eggman is. Oh. Almost messed that up there a bit. Don't feel like being in range of the arms when he fires them off. And you figure he keeps doing the same thing. You should realize that it won't work. And you should try something different at this point. It's like, oh, whenever I fly up into the air and land, that's when I can get hit. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, oh, there's no rings here. I should just continue walking forward, straight into the wall, and then they will die to contact damage. They don't even show the cutscene, of course. Because that's specifically about Tails. And in this case, it's just Super Knuckles just flying back down because he can do that. I mean, he could glide anyway. But yeah, they just kind of show him just gliding down the entire time because they want to sync up the music. Without the cutscene, it's hard to do. Now they're supposed to be showing Super Sonic coming down. So I played Sonic 2 using Sonic so many times. There's Tails. And the extra booster at the bottom is gone. That's supposed to be there right now. And he jumps off the plane and falls to his death. Oh no! Alright, yeah, but still Sonic 2. Still a great game. Always enjoy playing this one. Just not used to it as Knuckles. Which is part of the reason I did it that way. To do something I'm relatively unfamiliar with doing. Trying to make it more difficult. And just more interesting for me and for anyone who actually watches this. Make it kind of blind. Definitely not, but kind of, since it's a character I don't usually play in this, and you know. It's still Sonic 2, so it's still simple. Well, but you played it enough anyway. I've seen some blind Let's Plays where people had a lot of struggle with this. And if I would have done this in a blind Let's Play the first time I did this as a kid, you would have seen me struggle like hell too. Dying all the time, not being able to get the emeralds. Wow, I would have been so bad. That's what happens when you're a kid. You're still relatively inexperienced with video games, even though my first game was Super Mario Brothers at the NES. So I was playing games before Sonic even existed. The Sega Genesis wasn't a thing yet. The only console out they're likely to hold on was the NES. It came out 2 years after I did. I like these, how they did the old games too, with the songs at the end. It's just a medley of a bunch of songs from the game. I like how they did that. I remember, I think it was, Sonic Generations, that they intentionally do that again, because they normally don't do that. Not that I mind the Crush 40 music playing during the end credits of Sonic games. I love it. But I also like it when they do this kind of stuff. Down with the Death Egg! It falls onto Angel Island. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Knuckles hiding in the bushes there. So I've seen that before. There's a pair of eyes in there, but right now you played as Knuckles, so it didn't show that. And I remember that bit about the Death Egg crashing into Angel Island in there. That wasn't in the original either. I don't remember that being there in the original game. They added that, which is fine with me. Add more content to the game, even if it is just a little tiny cutscene like that. And next up is obviously going to be this game, the best game in the entire collection. And the one I've been looking forward to playing the most. It's also the longest game. Literally 2 games put together. Even though those 2 games were supposed to be one game in the first place. So playing the proper version of Sonic 3 next time. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next Sonic 3 and Knuckles game.